What is up, guys? So we got even more news about Crisis on Infinite Earths. This time the news is pretty insane. Yesterday it was revealed that Black Lightning will be appearing in Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is pretty insane because that's a whole new TV show added to the Arrowverse, as well as a couple other heroes like Black Lightning, Thunder, and Lightning, and Grace, Troy, and I guess Markovia. I'm pretty sure they're going to introduce Geoforce, but that's pretty cool. But now it's actually expanded and said instead of just Black Lightning, it seems like other Black Lightning characters will be appearing as well. Cress Williams said that he'll be appearing in Crisis on Infinite Earths, but now the CW said that Black Lightning characters will be appearing, which means I'm guessing also Thunder and Lightning will be appearing. That's not the big news of today for Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's just a kind of an expansion on something that was kind of confirmed yesterday. Anyway, the big news, why you all clicked on this video, Batman is officially appearing in Crisis on Infinite Earths. Batman has been looming over the Arrowverse for a very long time now. There's been a lot of vague references to him, and only recently has there been direct references. Literally, the first time Batman has ever been mentioned directly is in Elseworlds Part 2, so that's very recent compared to the length of the Arrowverse. But now that we're getting Batman, it's pretty surreal. I mean, the whole reason this channel exists is because of Batman references. My first video ever was about Batman references. My biggest video ever by far is about Batman references, so it's pretty close to home. And it's pretty insane that Batman is finally appearing in the Arrowverse. Well, actually, not necessarily. Batman is not confirmed to appear, but Bruce Wayne is officially going to appear, but actually not in the present day. Kevin Conroy, most famous for playing Batman, aka Bruce Wayne, in a lot of things, most famously Batman the Animated Series, Justice League Unlimited, and the Batman Arkham games, as well as a bunch of animated DC movies. He's played Batman a lot. He's definitely one of the most famous Batman actors ever, despite not even ever playing Batman before in live action, at least not yet, as he is going to appear in the upcoming crossover playing Bruce Wayne. Whether or not he's going to be suiting up as Batman, that's not yet confirmed, because what is confirmed is that Kevin Conroy is playing an older version of Bruce Wayne from the future. I'm gonna guess probably from Earth 1, probably from 20 years in the future, maybe from the same time that the Arrow 2040 characters are from, or the Star City 24 characters are from. Maybe it's actually very possible that he's going to be mentoring a Terry McGinnis-like character, probably Terry McGinnis himself, in a Batman Beyond live-action show, which would be very, very cool. I do think that this news is not as cool as if Batman was confirmed to be appearing in the present day, which isn't off the table yet. It's certainly at least a little bit possible, but either way, this is insane. Batman actually appearing in the Arrowverse in any way that he's appearing, it's crazy, because Batman as a character has always felt like he's off limits for the Arrowverse, more so than the Suicide Squad or Deathstroke, who have been limited in their runs on the Arrowverse, or even Superman because of the movies. Batman and characters like Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Shazam and even Cyborg have felt like they were never going to appear in the Arrowverse, and I doubt Wonder Woman or Aquaman or Cyborg are ever going to appear, and I wish to be surprised in the upcoming crossover, but Batman, up until Elseworlds, really has kind of felt like a character who will never appear in the Arrowverse, but now that he is, it's crazy, and we are finally seeing him, and on top of that, he's played by maybe the most famous Batman actor ever, who's never played him in live action, Kevin Conroy, who is by far the best voice actor for Batman. He has such a great Batman voice, the quintessential Batman voice, and now I never thought he actually looked like Batman. I never thought he would play Batman in live action, but considering I doubt he's going to suit up as Batman, and he's probably going to be a mentor character to a Terry McGinnis in the future, I don't really have a problem with that aspect of it, and I think this is a very, very good casting for a future Bruce Wayne. Now, why is he from the future? I don't know. I mean, we know the Batman is missing in the present day, so it's possible that he won't be appearing, and this will be the only Batman we see in the Arrowverse or in the Crisis. It's possible that DC or Warner Brothers only allow them to use a alternate version of Batman who's from the future, but I think the way he's probably going to be integrated is because in the comic, originally, a bunch of different time periods were merged together, similarly to the universe being merged together. The prehistoric times, the Western times, like the 1800s, the 21st century, the 31st century, a lot of different time periods were merged together to have all the heroes from the comics from all the different time periods come together, like Jonah Hex with the JSA and the Justice League and the Legion of Superheroes. So that's probably how the Legion of Superheroes and the 2040 characters, which one of those characters, maybe Bruce Wayne, will be a part of this crossover, but whether or not that's going to happen, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But either way, it's pretty insane that Batman, played by Kevin Conroy, or at least Bruce Wayne, played by Kevin Conroy, is finally going to be appearing in the upcoming crossover. So moving on from the Batman news, the release dates of Crisis on Infinite Earths have been revealed. The 5 episodes will be Arrow, The Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, and Batwoman, and the order is starting with Supergirl, like Crisis on Earth X on December 8th, then continued by Batwoman on December 9th, then continued on with The Flash the next day on December 10th, then there will be a couple weeks of a mid-break until we get Arrow on January 14th, and Legends of Tomorrow on January 14th as well. So this is a little bit different than I expected, because I really expected it to be maybe Arrow, The Flash, Supergirl, and then Batwoman, Legends of Tomorrow in 2020. Really, all we knew was that Legends of Tomorrow was going to be in 2020, but this is actually a way different than I thought Arrow would be. I thought Arrow would probably be in 2019 because it was confirmed that it's ending in 2019, but considering this seems to be the final episode of Arrow, I guess it's ending in 2020, or there might be two. I think it's confirmed that there are actually 2 episodes after this on Arrow, so it's definitely ending on 2020, which is way different than I expected, but I think ending on 2020 is a better year than ending on 2019. But those are the release dates for the upcoming crossover, and I kind of expected maybe very minute possibility that Legends of Tomorrow will not have an episode, but Black Lightning will, because we were told that Legends of Tomorrow's episode will be episode 1 or 2, but then the titles for episode 1 and 2 were revealed and they were not Crisis on Infinite Earths, so I thought maybe Black Lightning, but I guess this is confirming it's not. It's the main 5 shows that are right now: Arrow, The Flash, Supergirl, Batwoman, and Legends of Tomorrow, in the order: Supergirl, Batwoman, The Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow. And the final bit of news doesn't really have to do with Crisis on Infinite Earth at all, but it does have to do with Arrow and might have to do with one of the other news stories from today. Mark Pedowitz, the president of the CW, said that there is a possibility of a Star City 2040 spin-off, but there haven't been any discussions about it, but they are working on another DC property for a TV show in the Arrowverse that will come out in the next season of the Arrowverse. So in terms of the spin-off show, a Star City 2040, now I really want to see a lot of spin-off shows. In fact, I made a video that was supposed to come out today about spin-off shows I want to see from the Arrowverse, but because of this news, it was pushed off to tomorrow. And in that top 10 list, spoiler alert, Star City 2040 is not there because the characters are really bad, the world is not good or interesting, and it's just not something I want to see. So I'm glad, while there is a possibility, I'm glad that there haven't been any discussions about it, and I'm glad this other TV show has been, I guess, more prioritized. What this new TV show will be, it's very possible that it could be one of the 10 shows that I mentioned in that ranking video that will come out tomorrow. You'll have to wait to see that video tomorrow, but it may be connected to another news story from today. The news story that Kevin Conroy will be playing a future Bruce Wayne has a lot of people talking about a possibility of a Batman Beyond TV show, because the only times Bruce Wayne is from the future is in Batman Beyond, or I guess The Dark Knight Returns. But although it's possible that he'll be playing a Dark Knight Returns version of Batman, an old and more gritty version of Batman, I think it's more likely that he's going to just play Bruce Wayne and be a mentor character to Terry McGinnis in a Batman Beyond like setting in the future. So if that's the actual TV show they're going with, which I didn't mention in that video because I made it before this news came out, but I probably would have if I known. But anyway, I think that is definitely at least a possibility for what this new Arrowverse TV show will be. But I am glad that we're getting another Arrowverse TV show based off a DC property, because it's cool to have TV shows about DC properties, and now that Arrow is ending and nothing is replacing it, I mean, Batwoman just doesn't look interesting enough to replace Arrow. I'm glad that they're making another TV show. Maybe it's a spin-off from the Arrowverse, maybe it's in the Arrowverse but with a new character. Either way, it's probably going to be pretty cool. So that's a lot of news about the Arrowverse, and mostly about Crisis on Infinite Earths. I just love all the promotion they're doing for the Crisis. No other crossover has ever been this hyped up, which makes sense because no other crossover has been based off such a iconic storyline. There have been others like Invasion and even Crisis on Earth X that are based at least loosely on comic book storylines, but Crisis on Infinite Earths is one of the most iconic comic book storylines of all time. So the fact that they're making a crossover about it and they're building up the hype on it, and they're having all these things like Black Lightning is appearing, they're bringing in the Kingdom Come Superman, they're bringing in Pariah from Crisis on Infinite Earths. I love all this hype, and obviously now we have Bruce Wayne, so I'm very excited for this crossover, a lot more than I've ever been for a crossover, which is crazy how they did the same thing with Elseworlds. They keep on making me excited for the upcoming crossover more so than I've ever been before, and I really hope this crossover will be really good. But anyway, let me know all your thoughts about all these pieces of news, about the fact that other Black Lightning characters are are going to be appearing, about the fact that Kevin Conroy was cast as the future Bruce Wayne, about the release dates for the Crisis on Infinite Earths episodes, and what do you think the new TV show in the Arrowverse is going to be? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more news about Crisis on Infinite Earths and the rest of the Arrowverse, and thanks for watching.